Don't at me.
What?
Shit.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I told you, hey, we coming out with these videos back to back.
What?
Back to
Episode
back.
50. Don't at me.
What up, fellas? How y'all feeling? Y'all good?
It's been a good week, man. I felt the effects of Independence Day. That was nice. July 4th.
That was like a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was. That's when we recorded the last one.
Yeah. The last one, I want to talk more about.
You know what? Let's just jump right into the docket, right? You
Yeah.
know?
Let's go ahead.
So, first off, let's introduce to the show. We have our guest today, Zach and DeNobrega. Say hello.
Hello, Zach.
Very talented,
Okay,
Zach.
this was mostly a mic check. You good? But say
I was
something about yourself.
going to do earlier to see like the perfect thing.
Yeah, go ahead and plug your photography ventures.
That's just my Instagram. It's my name. You know, that's it. I don't know.
We can get into it though.
Yeah,
Get
get
into
into
it.
Yeah.
So, I want to pick up kind of where we left off last time with some regards.
Mhm.
First off, you know, it was great having everybody back. Episode 49.
Yep.
The only person we didn't have here, you know, was like Jamal or Blake. Shout out, you know.
Yeah.
Jamal showed, but you know,
sure.
not on the pod. But we covered a lot of topics. We covered some controversies. I know we all heard different bits of feedback from listeners and whatnot. But I was happy to be back in there. But Jock, I know you particularly heard some you at least heard the most polarizing feedback. Because the one, you know, I heard, here's some facts and stuff. So I, you know, got some fact
Right.
checking that we'll
Right,
get
right.
into here in a minute. From the last episode, but yeah, I know you did you ruffle feathers? I guess would be the right way to pose it.
Yeah, I did ruffle feathers, and so I don't know, when people listen to the podcast, either they really love it or they don't. It's not like an in between, right? And so we talked about Bill Cosby on the last episode, and I made a statement saying like he didn't do that shit. That was verbatim, you know. That's what I said.
Right.
And so more so, what I really like meant with that is I was thinking from a mindset of like you know, a lot of black powerful like men I feel like are being targeted for money grabs, right? And so when I say he didn't do that, what I really meant is like I don't know if he did all of it, right? Because to me, you know, maybe I have to do more research with Bill Cosby as well to see like the evidence, but it wasn't nothing overwhelming to make me feel like he did all of that, like raped all those women. And if he did rape all those women, then yeah, he's a piece of shit, fuck him, you know, like R. Kelly, you know. I can't defend that man because there's too much evidence with him. He did that shit, you know what I mean, like full force, you know. And so, you know, I got the feedback of, you know, I'm misogynistic, I'm misogynistic, I support the rape culture, like all this shit, right? And other stuff too from other people, but that's the one that really stood out to me. Because I know that, like, I don't support that shit. And, like, y'all know me as well. You know what I mean? You know, like, I respect women. I respect whatever you are. You know, I'm the most open-minded person like you meet. I'm saying, I feel like it was a money grab to certain extents. And that's why I brought up MJ, too. Because, once again, that man is dead. And they're still trying to get money over somebody that's not even living anymore. Right? And so, to me, those are money grabs. I can't respect that. But if people did the fucked up shit, then yeah, fuck them, right? But it has to be like overwhelming evidence for me to be like, all right, you know what I mean? Because people lie all the time, bro.
Well, the other
Women,
point
men,
that
everybody lies, you know?
Right, and the other point that we were making too is, you know, he did a little over 2 years, which fact check, it's a little over 2 years, headed towards 3 years, so not a full 3. But institutionalization, I think anybody that's been in there's a certain critical mass, I'm sure, that when you get in there, it just changes you. It, you know, kind of changes your ways in a lot of ways. I mean, shit, think of it this way. We were on house arrest for almost a year.
Right.
Equivalent of it, you know, with last year having the quarantine, and it changes you in a certain way. So I don't know the answer to that question. That was just simply what I was asking. You know, what is the proper amount? It's hard to say. There's all that nuance. And I'm not defending the guy. I don't know enough of the details, and I'm not saying that any of the people that went through, I mean, some of the accusations, if true and accurate in every instant, well, it doesn't even have to be every instant. A lot of the shit that happened, for sure that happened, was just twisted, you know? So, I mean, that sucks for those victims. But I hear what you're saying, and I know that we're out here just bullshitting. We're not trying to ruffle any feathers. We're just talking, you know, don't have me. We're just talking.
And like, that's the thing, man. Like I said, we're just talking. These are our opinions, right? You don't have to agree with it. or not. But once again, those weren't.
We want to hear the other side.
No, for sure. Like it wasn't my answer because I
It's
feel
called
like
don't at me, but at us. You know, like let us know what you think. It's
for
more
sure.
just like, look, these are our takes. You know?
For sure, and I feel like we all respect women, different movements and stuff like that, you know, so that's why I'm like, okay. But once you get to really sit down and know us, you will start to figure it out too. But you gotta give, you know, yourself a chance to get to know us, right? That makes sense. But yeah, it's like, how do you feel about the whole Bill Cosby thing? Mind me asking you.
I just remember hearing the accusations and don't remember what he was charged with, but like immediately it was just like fuck Bill Cosby. But like not as like okay, man, this is a really I don't know if I feel like this is right, but like getting myself into a pickle. But like you could I feel like
No, just speak your mind.
you could like appreciate I guess his art still, like the show.
And that's the
like,
thing. So what's the point, right? Like what's the tipping point?
But
I think,
like to continue to give someone like that a platform, given his situation, I don't feel like that's right. I feel like he should no longer be a celebrity. Correct.
well, and the crazy part of it is he's talking about at least considering doing comedy tours.
Nar.
So
Well, I feel like
mean,
he's too old now. Like,
But if he was,
who's really checking for that? Like, he's 80.
but I mean,
It would
if-
definitely bring people in, but
You think it would? He's
ethically,
80.
was it like? That's
Well,
obviously
and that's
he's
the question,
exploiting
right?
the,
Like-
it's exploiting the fact that he
At that-
did this terrible thing,
right.
and now he's like at the head of all this like.
well, and the ultimate question
media
was,
unrest.
what is the proper amount of time that one is exonerated, or not necessarily exonerated, but at least acceptable enough to where you can appreciate the art, right? Because there's a lot of people
I feel like you
that
can
we
always
see.
appreciate the art, but you gotta maintain holding him to that standard of like you're not a good person. You're not a good person, so you gotta like maintain that like treatment of the person that way. I don't know how to explain it. Like it might sound like bad, but like
Nah, I mean, I know what you're saying.
I-
It's a weird question, right? Because there's a lot of
It's very correct.
comedians and
can
just
he come
artists in
back to
general.
who he is? Absolutely not. I don't think that's okay. I don't think he should ever become like the father of like primetime family comedy. Like no, God no.
He's definitely not like the symbol of it anymore,
No,
right?
and he can't be, and like he shouldn't ever try to become it again. You know, let it be what it was, and enjoy it for what it was when it was, and know what it is now. And like I guess like, nah, no more Bill Cosby. Like, nowhere new Bill Cosby. Go watch the throwbacks for me.
And also, too, like, I was speaking from a place where, like, you know, of culture
Right.
wise, too. And I mean, you know, like, you know, he did a lot of positive stuff for us, right? But I have to think, you know, bigger, more open-minded in a, you know, regard. So meaning, like, just because this person is, you know, polarizing in the black community, doing positive stuff, if he did fucked up shit, he did fucked up shit, right? You know what I mean? I can't give anybody a pass for that, regardless of who you are. So, like, I realize that too after doing some talking and just reflecting and stuff, and like it's not cool ultimately, you know what I mean? If he did do what he did, like shit's not cool, like regardless of color, you know. So,
Right.
who we
I
are.
used to like idolize a lot of people, and like really, I've gone down with like a lot of my idols, and like they're terrible people, and I hate them.
Damn, that was a good one.